Something strange is happening at Anfield. Liverpool finally beat Real Madrid 1-0, a victory that should have brought pure relief after weeks of frustration. But behind the smiles and the roar of the Kop, one question still lingers like a storm cloud. Did a £116 million superstar just throw the team off balance? Florian Wirtz, the German prodigy once seen as Europe's next big thing, arrived to reignite Liverpool's creativity. Instead, his presence has become a riddle. What was supposed to be a dream signing has turned into a tactical headache. And when Arsène Wenger, the wise old professor of football, spoke out, every Liverpool fan froze. He revealed that Wirtz joined Liverpool only on one condition: he had to play as a number 10. That single demand, Wenger said, broke Liverpool's midfield. And the numbers seemed to agree. Before their win over Madrid, the Reds lost 6 of 7 league matches. The control disappeared, the pressing looked disjointed, and the rhythm that once terrified opponents suddenly vanished. Now, with Anfield divided and Arne Slot forced to reshape everything, the question is no longer about Wirtz's talent. It's about whether Liverpool paid a record fee to destroy their own balance.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough.
When Arsène Wenger speaks, the football world listens. And this time, his words hit like a cold slap to Liverpool's pride. The revelation that Florian Wirtz insisted on playing as a traditional number 10 exposed a deeper issue than anyone at Anfield wanted to admit. In an era where modern football thrives on fluidity, intensity and pressing, the number 10 role is almost extinct. Yet Liverpool bent their system, their balance, and arguably their identity to satisfy one player's demand. Arne Slot's first few months in charge were meant to be about evolution, not revolution. He wanted a team that could control possession while keeping Liverpool's trademark intensity. But by granting Wirtz his wish, Slot was forced to dismantle the very engine that made Liverpool tick. Dominik Szoboszlai, last season's breakout star, found himself on the bench. Gravenberch and McAllister looked lost without clear roles. The midfield, once a symphony of controlled chaos, became a jumbled orchestra where no one knew who led the rhythm. And then came the results. 6 defeats in 7 matches, a nightmare run that turned belief into confusion. Wirtz, playing in his beloved central role, offered flickers of brilliance but no substance. No goals, no assists, no spark. His style, elegant, deliberate, measured, clashed with Liverpool's tempo-driven football. When the Reds pressed, Wirtz drifted. When they attacked at pace, he slowed things down, searching for the perfect touch. The energy that once surged through Anfield was replaced by hesitation. Wenger's analysis was brutal but fair. In top teams, no player should dictate where he plays, he said. You build around the system, not around the ego. It was a reminder of the invisible rule that made Liverpool great under Klopp. A team greater than the sum of its parts. Salah, Mane, Firmino, they all adapted for the collective good. But Wirtz's arrival marked a shift in philosophy, one where accommodation replaced adaptation. Inside the dressing room, the adjustment wasn't smooth. Reports hinted that senior players grew frustrated by the tactical reshuffle. Szoboszlai's minutes dwindled, Gravenberch looked tentative, and McAllister was burdened with double the defensive workload. The midfield lost its edge, and with it, Liverpool lost their identity. Even Slot appeared conflicted on the touchline, a coach torn between nurturing his star signing and restoring the chemistry that once made Liverpool unstoppable. Each match felt like a tug-of-war between idealism and reality. The fans sensed it too. The famous Anfield energy turned uneasy, as if the crowd itself wasn't sure what kind of football they were watching anymore. By the time Liverpool hit rock bottom, a string of lifeless performances that saw them slide down the table, one truth had become clear. Wirtz wasn't the problem alone, but he had become the symbol of a system built on compromise. Liverpool didn't just lose games, they lost conviction. And in a club built on passion and purpose, that's the most dangerous loss of all.
Hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take.
Then came the turning point. After weeks of chaos and criticism, Arne Slot finally did what every Liverpool fan had been screaming for. He changed everything. Against Aston Villa and then Real Madrid, Wirtz was moved from his favoured number 10 role to the left flank, a position reminiscent of his days at Leverkusen. Suddenly, the pieces began to fit again. Slot brought back the old midfield trio, Gravenberch, McAllister and Szoboszlai, and the heartbeat of Liverpool returned. The pressing was sharper, the movement synchronised, and the ball seemed to flow naturally once more. McAllister's goal against Real wasn't just a statistic, it was a statement. It was Liverpool rediscovering its soul. 2 clean sheets in a row later, the same fans who doubted Slot were chanting his name again. Wirtz's shift to the wing didn't silence the debate, but it opened a new chapter. Playing wider, he had more freedom to drift inside, create overloads, and use his technical brilliance without disrupting the team's balance. The German showed flashes of why Liverpool paid that record-breaking fee. Clever dribbles, pinpoint passes, and those moments of genius that make fans gasp. Yet the change also revealed something deeper, that even the most talented player must adapt to the collective rhythm, not bend it. This new version of Liverpool felt more pragmatic, less romantic. Slot proved he could be ruthless, willing to sideline a £116 million investment for the greater good. It was a decision that echoed the values of the club's golden eras: work rate over ego, discipline over flair. Even Wirtz seemed to sense it. His interviews grew humbler, his body language more team-focused. He celebrated others' goals with genuine joy, a small but powerful signal that he was learning to be a Red in spirit, not just in shirt. Still, the dilemma isn't over. Moving Wirtz wide creates a positional overlap with Cody Gakpo, who's been quietly efficient in the same zone. Slot now faces the challenge of balancing 2 intelligent attackers without diluting the team's chemistry. Too much experimentation and the fragile rhythm could crumble again. But handled correctly, it could evolve into a devastating rotation that keeps opponents guessing. As Liverpool prepare for their clash with Manchester City at the Etihad, the stakes couldn't be higher. The midfield will again be the battleground, and every tactical decision will echo beyond the 90 minutes. For Wirtz, this is more than a positional tweak, it's a test of maturity. Can he evolve from a player who demands to one who delivers? Wenger's warning now feels prophetic. His words hang over Liverpool like a quiet truth. The Reds are at their best when the team comes first. The lesson is simple but eternal. No star, no matter how bright, should outshine the system. And if Slot and Wirtz have truly learned that, then this turbulent chapter might just become the beginning of something special.
I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate,
Football has a funny way of teaching its lessons, sometimes through glory, sometimes through struggle. For Liverpool, the Wirtz saga has been both. It began as a blockbuster signing, a promise of renewed creativity, and turned into a test of identity. But from the chaos came clarity. Balance is priceless, and no player, no matter his price tag, can stand above the team. Arne Slot has walked through fire in his first months at Anfield. Yet by adjusting Wirtz's role, restoring the old midfield core, and trusting the club's principles, he has reminded everyone what Liverpool truly stands for: unity, work ethic, and collective brilliance. The Reds look alive again, pressing with purpose, playing with freedom, and defending with belief. The scars from that losing streak remain, but so does the lesson that built them stronger. For Wirtz, this is only the beginning. If he can embrace the Liverpool way, adapt, sacrifice, and shine within the system, he won't just be remembered as a £116 million signing. He'll be remembered as the player who learned what it means to wear the badge on his chest. Because at Liverpool, greatness is never given. It's earned together.
I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever